Well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now, go cat go. Hey everyone, my name is Micah, and today we are going to learn how to play Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis Presley. So first things first, make sure you download the lead sheet, which you can find the link on YouTube directly to my website, which is going to give you all the details about this. So this lead sheet is going to have the rhythm in the upper right hand, or I'm sorry, the lead sheet, you want to write the rhythm in the upper right hand corner. This is great for taking notes on. Over here I'm going to write verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3. And then I just write general notes about how many rhythms. I put little superscript numbers, it's tiny numbers next to each of the chords that tell me how many rhythms to do for each of these chords. Okay, so a quick note, once again, if you've been following along with my videos, you'll know that I don't play the songs the way that they're written. I play them so that they're simple enough so that beginners can pick them up and start playing them within the first year. Elvis Presley didn't write this song and within his first year of playing guitar. This is something that he wrote, of course, years into playing music. So my point being is there's going to be certain things that I simplify to make them easier for beginners to play. So the intro is a really good example for that. Instead of doing up, down, down, up, down, down, instead of doing that, we're just going to simplify that to a downstroke to make that easier. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Okay, so in this instance, what we're going to do is for our very first A, so if you have your lead sheet in front of you, make sure to make a note that on the very first A, you're going to write a down times 3, because we're going to do 3 downstrokes for that. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now, go cat go. So 3 downstrokes for your A. Now following that, we're going to use our standard rhythm, which is down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Very standard, probably the most common rhythm that you're going to find in music. We're going to do 2 rhythms on D, 2 rhythms on A, 2 rhythms on E, and 2 rhythms on A. Okay, so here's all of verse 1. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now, go cat go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off my blue suede shoes. Okay, so notice I did 3 downstrokes on A, and after each downstroke I muted it. The easiest way to mute is going to be with your right hand, which is your picking hand. If you're a more advanced player, you might mute with your left, or even better, you might mute with your left and your right at the same time, which is sort of a safety feature in case you mess up one, that you have the other one to fall back on. But if you're a beginner, I would suggest muting with your right, and it's very simple. You're just going to take your hand and throw it into the strings. That's it. Just take your palm. And that's it. Pretty simple. That's for muting. So that covers verse 1. So the next thing is to look at verse 2. Verse 2 is going to start with the words, well, you can knock me down. Verse 2 is going to be exactly the same as verse 1, except the very first A is going to have 7 downstrokes, not 3. Well, you can knock me down, step in my face, slander my name all over the place. Well, you can do what you want to do, but honey, lay off of my shoes. So that's 7 downstrokes. After that is going to be your solo. We don't do solos in this particular video series because I'm one man. That's a good reason. The other reason is that it's not really good for beginners. They get kind of lost and stuck, and so if you're more advanced, you can definitely do that, but for beginners, probably not. Following that is going to be verse 3. You can burn my house. Those are the lyrics that you start off with verse 3. Verse 3 is identical to verse 2. No buts or exceptions, exactly the same. So just, same numbers, which is 7 downstrokes on A, 2 rhythms on D, 2 rhythms on A, 2 rhythms on E, and 2 rhythms on A again. Following verse 3, we're going to have our solo. We're not going to be playing that as beginners. Following that is going to be verse 1 again, so that means 3 downstrokes on the A, so just make sure you make a note. And following that is the outro. So here's the last part, which is the outro, probably the trickiest part you're really going to have to work with. So the outro follows the format of verse 1, which means it's the shorter section of A's, right? Not the long section, the short. And so the outro is going to have 4 A's, which is 4 rhythms, 4 full rhythms, not 4 downstrokes, 4 full rhythms. Remember, our rhythm is down, down, up, down, up. After that, we're going to have 2 D's, 2 rhythms for D, 2 rhythms for A, 2 rhythms for E, and watch, here's where it changes a little bit. 1 rhythm on the final A. And we do that so that the very end of the song, you're going to have an end cap of A, E, A. That's a very standard kind of a country rock or blues rock ending. And it's very, very normal. So in order to accommodate that, we have to eliminate one of those A's. Instead of doing 2 A's, we had to do only 1 rhythm on A so that we have enough time to finish our AEA. So I'm going to go ahead and do the outro for you because I think that's one of the trickiest parts of the song. Well, it's blue, blue, blue suede shoes, and it's a blue, blue, blue suede shoes, and it's a blue, blue, blue suede shoes, and it's a blue, blue, blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off my blue suede shoes. And that's your outro. So once again, the outro is going to be 4 rhythms on A, 2 rhythms on D, 2 rhythms on A, 2 rhythms on E, 1 rhythm on A, so that we can accommodate down, down, down on the AEA. That's Blue Suede Shoes for Beginners by Elvis Presley. Hope you guys enjoyed that video, and make sure to check out the cover as well.